Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about how to write an introductory paragraph for a personal response essay. So what's going to happen is you are going to be given a question that looks like this, and you have one already that looks like this, but this is a different topic, so please don't write your essay about this. This is just an example. What does the text, barn burning, suggest about the negative effects of relationships? Support your ideas with reference to the text presented and to your previous knowledge and/or experience. So I've already gone ahead and bolded the important words in this question, negative effects, relationships. My essay needs to answer this question in one way or another. If your essay isn't about this at all, then you have not done your job of what you're supposed to do. So to start, the first thing you're going to have is a sentence that we call a motivator, or sometimes we call it a lead-in. This is a general statement about the topic that's going to hook the reader's attention. It could be a question, it could be a quote, or just a general statement, which is what I have here. Familial relationships are some of the most complicated experiences in a human life. So this is a nice broad topic about relationships. I'm not getting too deep just yet. I'm not providing any evidence just yet. Then what you need to do is introduce the author and the text. So what novel, story, film are you going to be discussing? So we already know that it's barn burning. So here I have Barn Burning by William Faulkner examines a volatile father and son relationship and its repercussions. This sentence cannot just be the title and the author because that's a sentence fragment. So you have to have something else there. It could be Barn Burning by William Faulkner demonstrates this concept. And by this concept, I mean the previous sentence. So just make sure the text and author are in there and they're not in there by themselves. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to give a little blueprint of what the rest of your essay is going to be about. So what is body 1 going to be about? What is body 2 going to be about? And what is body 3 going to be about? So who or what are the 3 characters, events, experiences you are going to use to prove your point? What point, you might ask? We will get to that shortly. So my first sentence is, when someone like a father has complete control of a family, there will always be eventual discord. That tells me, the reader, that that first paragraph after the intro is going to be about the father in relationship to the topic. My next sentence is, likewise, when a son feels controlled, there will always be eventual rebellion. That tells me, the reader, that body paragraph number 2 is going to be about the son, Sartorus. And then number 3 is I have to introduce what I'm going to be talking about for my personal experience. So my most complicated relationship was with my sister, and its results were everlasting. Okay, the next thing, the last thing, the most important thing you need to do is a thesis statement. So you may have discussed in class already a thematic statement. A thematic statement is when you see a theme in a literature piece of text, and then you create a comment about that theme that is proven in your text. A thesis statement is going to do the same thing when we're writing about literature. A thesis statement for an essay is, what are you going to prove? A thesis statement in literature is still, what are you going to prove? But it's going to also look like a thematic statement. Okay, so my thesis needs to answer this question, negative effects of relationships. Okay, so what I am saying is the inherent closeness of familial relationships causes detrimental outcomes when they are unhealthy or one-sided. So that is the argument I'm going to make throughout my entire essay. Just a little note here is you should or can have 2 to 3 words from the original question or synonyms of those words. So I have the word relationships in here, and I don't have the word negative in here, but I do have the words detrimental outcomes. So I have those words kind of fit into my thesis here. Your thesis sentence should be your last sentence. It's kind of what you want to leave your reader with last before they go into your essay. It's up to you where you want to put it, but we generally encourage people to put it there. So altogether, this is what an intro looks like. Relationships are some of the most complicated experiences in a human life. Barn Burning by William Faulkner examines a volatile father and son relationship and its repercussions. When someone like a father has complete control of a family, there will always be eventual discord. Likewise, when a son feels controlled, there will always be eventual rebellion. My most complicated relationship was with my sister, and its results were everlasting. The inherent closeness of familial relationships causes detrimental outcomes when they are unhealthy or one-sided. So that's what it should look like, or something like that. Just one last tip is you want to stay away from passive language in a thesis. So those are words like may, should, could, would, maybe, some. The reason for that is even though you can argue that what you're saying is not always true, in your essay, you do want to argue what you're saying is always true. It's just going to make your life a lot easier. It's going to make sure that you stay clear and on track in your essay. If you have any more questions about your intro paragraph, feel free to reach out to your instructor.